Have you ever connected with someone and just clicked with them? Almost like it was fate? The kind of connection that makes you say, this is it. This is different. And you don't need to say anything because you know that every call, every text, every inside joke is mutual. But then one day, it just stops. No explanation, just silence. A subscriber reached out to me recently and asked me to make a video about a girl he'd been talking to for a while. He told me that they both loved the gym, had the same kind of hustle, same humor, same interests, same hobbies. They didn't see each other much due to the fact that she lived kind of far away from him. And that didn't seem to present an issue until it did. She started texting less and becoming more dry with him. He wasn't really sure why, because he had always thought that the feelings that he had for her were mutual. He had never told her that he liked her, because he always had just assumed that she felt the same way. And then one day out of the blue, she has a boyfriend. And the subscriber wanted me to give some advice on how he should go about overcoming missing his shot, missing his chance. And I think we all can kind of relate to this in some kind of way. Assumptions are the enemy of our clarity. When someone gives us attention and shows us interests, mirrors our energy, we assume intention. We assume that this person has the same intention with us as we do with them. And that's not always the case. Attention is not the same as commitment. Connection is not the same as direction. We build entire stories in our head based on emotion, not facts and how the situation actually is. Because that feels comfortable. It feels romantic in our heads to make up these things that aren't entirely true all the time. We think they feel what we feel. We think they know what we're not saying. But reality doesn't care what we've assumed. And if you don't speak the truth, your truth, you leave room for disappointment to fill in the blanks. So why do people say things or do things that they don't mean? Why do people tell us that they love us and then leave the next day? Why do people tell us that they care and then ignore us the next month? Sometimes people don't even realize that you're saying these things to them or that they're doing these things to you. People are emotional creatures. In the moment they feel something real, something inside of them. But that moment passes, and so does the intention. Some people feel like the feeling of closeness is just fleeting. They love to flirt, they love to connect, to feel wanted. But when it's time to build something real and foundational, they just disappear. And unfortunately, that is how some people operate. But other times, they're not being malicious. They're just lost. And maybe that's the case for some of you listening too. We're not trying to hurt other people. We just don't have the capacity to love the way someone else wants to love us. It's not your job to decide and to decode mixed signals. It's your job to protect your peace. And if someone is making you uncomfortable or someone's making you question yourself and your peace, it's your job to discern if that person's really worth it. Now, you might be thinking, should I have told them how I really feel? Should I have told them what was really going on in my head, even if it was going to end up embarrassing or awkward? Yes, and I will die by that fact. Always tell people how you truly feel, even if it's hard to say the truth. Because even if they walk away, At least you have the clarity that you said and you meant it. And you won't regret lying to their face. Regret is what eats people alive. Not the loss, not the rejection, but the not knowing. Speak the truth, your truth, even if your voice shakes, even if it's awkward, even if it hurts. Why? Because closure is better than confusion, and courage will always teach you more than comfort ever could. Look, I know it hurts when people walk away. I know it hurts when people say or do things, and then the next day it's like that person never even existed. I know it hurts when someone you thought was real, someone you thought was for you, turns out they weren't. But hear me on this. Some people are in your life to wake you up, not to walk with you. They're there to show you something, teach you something, and then it's your job to grow from that. You don't need closure from them. You need closure from you. You need to say, this didn't go how I thought, but I'm still standing, I'm still worthy, I'm still growing, and I'm still willing to try. Because people come and go, but you're still here. And so is God. And with God and grit, you'll always bounce back. So, why do people say things they don't mean? Because people are messy, people are emotional and unaware, and it's not our fault, collectively, that we're this way. And it's not our responsibility to try and fix each other. Our job is to be real and honest with each other, to show up as our true selves, whether or not we can meet others there. And remember that you are your greatest investment. Your peace, your self-worth, your walk with God, those are things you build no matter who stays or who leaves. So next time someone gives you those mixed signals, don't overthink it. Instead, remind yourself, I don't need someone to finish my story. I just need the courage to keep writing it. Love.